I don't know how to bird. I don't know if you got all that cuteness, but it seems like all of the birds in the neighborhood fledged this morning. I don't know about all of them, but at least the sparrows for sure. Seems like there was tons of tiny little teeny cute baby sparrow birds. So took a bunch of footage of that. And I'm gonna work on editing the vlog now. I didn't get it done yesterday like I wanted to, but yeah, well. Birds. So for the birds that we usually see around here, we've got the robin, the blackbirds, the blue tit, and great tit. The magpie, which apparently is called the pika pika. Crows, starlings, sparrows, these little baby sparrows, wood pigeon, pied wagtail, swallows, and chaffinches. Just put the vlog live finally. It's already almost dinner time. I think it's almost 5 even. And I'm just gonna hang out and watch a little bit of anime before dinner is ready. Didn't get much done. Oh, I cut my nails. So my nails are actually like reasonable length now. Those will grow out again soon enough, I'm sure. But yeah, mostly just worked on the vlog. I think that's pretty much all I've done today. Tuesday morning. Today I think I'm going to probably record, I want to do Life in the Woods. I'm probably going to do a little bit of Stardew first, just to get that out of the way, because I have less Stardew recorded than I do Life in the Woods. So I might do a couple Stardew, so that they're kind of even, and then do some more Life in the Woods so that it's ahead again. And I also finally received this in the mail. So this is a Pentel Quicker Clicker. It's the original one without the like plastic part here. I'm gonna just do some recording. So yesterday I ended up doing 8 episodes of Stardew Valley, and then I rendered them all. And then I did some off-screen stuff for Life in the Woods, and we went for a walk, and I drank 4 bottles of water. I ended up drinking like 5 by the end of the night, but 4 is my goal daily. Overall, it was a generally good day, and then I got a tension headache because of I was doing something with the laptop on the computer desk, but I was looking down at the laptop instead of looking at eye level like I should be with the monitors. And I tried to recuperate from that for most of the evening, which didn't work out very well for me. By the end of the night, I ended up, there was a tweet or an email or both or something, and I ended up stressing out about some stuff, had a bit of like an anxiety panic thing, and then tried to go to bed at like 11. Around 12 or something, I gave up on sleeping, and yeah, just long story short, ended up staying awake until 4 something, and somewhere in there projectile vomited. It was great, and that was after taking a bunch of stuff to try and make me like feel better. I was just feeling like that stress, nausea, like that pit of your stomach thing where you just feel terrible. But I think it was caused by the tension headache, and then also just stress, and then also just hormones. Woke up around, I don't know, I woke up a couple times, but I actually woke up around 10, 9:30, 10. I still feel a little bit nauseous, still feel a little bit stressed out and panicked, and just like scared and sick to my stomach. So that's not great. But kind of sucks because last night, well, I mean, kind of sucks, but kind of is good. Because last night was the first time in like a week or so that I'd really felt that complete hopelessness and helplessness. And all you want to do is curl up in a ball and cry and sleep and hide. I'm gonna go get dressed and, like I said, just do some off-camera work or something meditative, focused, but relaxed. And then maybe a little bit later than that I can try and tackle a couple small stressful things, but things that if I get done, I won't be stressed out about anymore.
Help me, cup of tea. You're my only hope.
Well, scratch that. Looking at the monitor made me want to vomit. So, instead of making myself in more pain and more nauseous, I'm going to take a break in the shed and think of what I can do that doesn't involve any screens. Took a break in the shed, had lunch, and then had a nap. It's now dinner time. I feel like I haven't done anything today. Or well, for the last couple days. I feel like I've just got nothing done. I felt a lot better physically today, but it's just been a really kind of one of those interrupted days where it's like you kind of get something done and then you kind of have to stop, and you kind of get something done and you kind of have to stop, and you kind of get something done. And all the stuff that I have got done, it doesn't feel like I'm getting anything done. So I guess these are all kind of my problem, not anything else, but there's so many things that I'm stressing out about that I want to get done. And I feel like if I get them done, I'll feel better. I'll feel less stressed out. And I know that's kind of true and also kind of not true. I'm just stressed out and I don't know what to do about it. My throat still kind of hurts. I think it's partially the recording day, which was like 2 or 3 days ago, but honestly, I think most of it would be probably from stress, just from like tensing. Like that's the kind of feeling it is. It feels like I'm tensing part of something in my throat and neck and shoulder area. I need to get something done. I need to get something done, and I need to stop stressing out so much. I don't think either of those things are possible. Look at the birds in the corner. They're getting fed. It's really cute. So, it's been a busy morning for the birds. We've had, I think there's like 3 baby sparrows that are still being fed by their parents. Not entirely sure what the situation is there, but so we had the 3 little baby sparrows, and they were just kind of hanging out, sitting on top of the garden shed and sitting on top of the bird feeder and having me come and feed them. So that was really cute. Got lots of footage of that. Also, there's some birds that have been kind of going in between the slats on the fence and just eating the bugs there. Caught some of that on camera. And I don't really think the robin knows what to do with all these baby birds hanging out in his territory, but we're a little worried because some of them were hanging out and the parents had all flown away. But eventually they did fly off and the parents came back and fly away, fly back, fly away, fly back. Lots of cute bird footage, basically. Also, the neighbor's cat just crawled inside a garbage bag. I don't know if it's just warm or it's just curious or what, but did a bit of juggling practice and now I'm all hot. So got the windows open and I'm gonna try and get something done today, or trying to get something that makes me feel like I've got something done today. Because I get something done every day, and usually something to be proud of. but I need to give myself more credit. Ended up spending a bunch of the morning dealing with some emails and some BS with some copyright stuff on YouTube. Long story short, Dream Crusher Media is claiming all of the ENV music on a bunch of people's videos, and ENV has always just provided their music freely available for YouTubers to use on monetized videos. And like they've been really cool about it, and apparently Dream Crusher Media is now claiming videos on behalf of ENV, and even ENV is like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know why, I don't know how. So apparently they have no clue what's going on, and the great thing is I even disputed the claim originally, and like I gave them the link to the website that says YouTubers have full permission for all of my music in perpetuity on monetized videos. And then they also have a link where you can put like your channel name in, and then it says Phedran has, you know, and like it's a legalese document that says that I have full legal permission to use their music on monetized videos on YouTube as much as I want, basically. And they said no. They're like, nope, that's not enough information. And then, so apparently Dream Crusher Media tweeted out a Facebook post that they'd posted where basically they said you need to have a secret password from the musical artist to be able to actually dispute these claims. I haven't done anything wrong, and they're causing me all of this stress and frustration over something that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I dealt with that this morning and spent a lot of the morning shaking and sweating in just pure rage and frustration and anxiety. To calm down, I started listening to music, actually, because one of the things I want to do more of is actually just listen to music recreationally, I guess. I have a bunch of music that I love, and every time I listen to it, it makes me feel happy, but I never really listen to music on, like, just for fun, so it's something I want to do more of. One of the problems, actually, of doing YouTube and doing streams and being friends with YouTubers and streamers and all that kind of stuff is that it kind of makes it so that depending on certain situations, depending on drama, depending on anxiety, depending on like personal depression or stress or whatever, it can make it so that it really limits what you can do for fun or for pleasure anymore. It can become too stressful to actually just like enjoy their content anymore, which really sucks because a lot of the reason why I do YouTube is because I originally found solace and like anxiety relief from watching other YouTubers. Like that's why I started. It's because I was depressed. I was full of anxiety. I was in an abusive relationship. All this other bad stuff. And I would watch YouTube videos, and it was just one of those things where like I started playing Minecraft, and then I looked up a tutorial, and then I found Let's Players. And I found that when I watched certain people's videos, it would kind of just make me relax in a way that like network television and stuff didn't do. I'm at the point right now where I can't watch Twitch streams. Even like I've tried to find new streamers, but that's why I started watching vlogs recently, is because I couldn't watch a lot of my favorite Let's Players. But right now it's like, and no matter what I watch or do, it just hits so close to home. It's like cute birds and then shaking and sweating from anxiety, and then I don't know. It's one of those things where as I'm trying to find all this information and, you know, like dispute these claims, it's like, why am I even bothering? Why am I even bothering making YouTube videos? Because I don't make money from them, that's for damn sure. And it feels like I'm getting less and less views, and even like, I think on YouTube in the last month or something, I've gained 100 and something subscribers, but I've also lost like 300 and something subscribers. So I've actually overall lost 100 and something subscribers total. This is part of why, for me, it's hard sometimes, like I can't watch Twitch or I can't watch other people's, you know, YouTube videos of people that I know, because it's not something they're doing wrong, it's just because of where I am and where I'm thinking and what I'm thinking and, you know, stuff like donations and subscribers, or like Twitch having a Twitch partnership, or people talking about like people talking about their numbers, people talking about all the events they're going to, people talking about all the collabs they're doing, like all this kind of stuff. You know, it's that self-promotion machine, and it just sometimes when you're in a position where it's like, you know, I've probably been doing YouTube almost 4 years now, and I just barely hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'm losing subscribers even though I'm posting daily content, plus doing the weekly vlogs, plus I've launched the new, you know, the new mod pack, and like it may not seem like it because I'm not releasing like 4 videos and doing this, that, and the other thing and whatever, but like I'm busting ass. I'm trying really hard to be consistent, even though I'm dealing with mental health and physical health issues. You know, like I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to think of new ways, interesting things, you know, without just like doing the sellout clickbait that is so easy to do, and so easy to just be like, oh, well, this works, so I'll just do that. And then I have no self-respect for myself and hate myself for it. But yeah, I don't know. It's complicated, and it's frustrating, and it's stressful, and like I said, it's hard because like I do this for myself. I do this because it makes me happy. And like I enjoy doing it. But on the flip side, there is that part that says, well, why are you doing it? And are you successful? And is there a point to it all, you know? Like why? Like why bother if nobody watches, if nobody cares, if, you know, like nobody... It's hard sometimes just to justify it, especially, you know, to like people that are in your life that have control over you, or the government, or, you know, it's like I'm unemployed technically. This is a hobby, but I want to do it as a job. It's just that any positions I've had that may or may not have been like, okay, I can make money doing this, you know, those have all fallen through. And as much as there's so much stuff I've done behind the scenes that nobody's ever known about, huge deals I've helped people set up, and I'm sitting here and it's like I can't even pay off my debt. I can't even pay bills. I can't even live on my own. I can barely justify, I can't even justify really doing YouTube as a job. So, I don't know. And on that note, I'm gonna go listen to some music and record some more videos for YouTube because it doesn't involve thinking about this. Feeling pretty worthless right now. Just spent like an hour ranting about how worthless I feel. Don't really want to recap it again because then it'll just get me back in that cycle. So I've got a cup of jasmine tea. I'm outside. It was just raining, which sounded really nice on the garden shed, and I've been doing some bird watching. Bird watching, if you hadn't noticed, has been one of my big coping mechanisms. It's just something to distract me, something that's positive, that I can focus on intensely without thinking about things that stress me out. So I've just been watching all the sparrows. The sparrows have really taken over the backyard lately. There's 8 or 9 of them that are flying around all together. There's, looks like 3 babies, and then I think there's 2 males and the rest are females. of the adults, I mean. And the babies have gotten to the point that they will even sit in the bird feeder, and two of them will even almost feed themselves, but they still kind of are being fed by their mama birds. I've got a ton of footage of that, so I'm probably going to make a whole entire video of just baby sparrows being adorable. One of the big things that I'm frustrated about is talking about things more than I do them. So, like saying, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to work on something, or I'm going to knock something off my to-do list, or I'm going to work on the podcast look, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And I'll say those things more than I actually get anything done, and it's really frustrating to me because it's like, it's not that I don't do work. I talk about this pretty much every friggin' day. I talk about, I don't feel like I did any work, but I know I did. Or, like, I don't feel like I did enough. And it's a lot about doing, and I feel like right now, my big hang up is that I feel like if I do more, if I complete more work, if I do things that are quantifiable, that I'll feel good. I'll feel better. It's not about what I get done. The things I get done are also useful and helpful, and especially, if there's something stressful, something I need to get done, or something that I really want to get done, or I can't move forward on a project unless I get, the next step done. That's beside the point. Most of the time it's just I want to knock it off my to-do list so that I stop stressing out about it. Oh, the birds are back. It's not just to-do lists, like that's not the problem. I think the problem is just that I feel like I'm a failure. I feel like I'm not trying hard enough, I feel like I'm not working hard enough, and I feel like I'm not achieving enough. And part of that is just that I'm not making enough money to pay my bills or pay my debts off or be independent. It's been very self-centered being here because I'm trying really hard to focus on my own personal happiness, my own personal health, my well-being, my mental health, my physical health, everything. It's all about me, and it's very difficult because it's not something that I've ever really done before. I've always spent most of my life trying to make other people happy, and I am honestly having a hard time trying to deal with figuring out what I want, like what would make me happy, and especially just kind of like having that yardstick for, like success, personal success, not just like, well, if I get this many subscribers or if I make this much money. Like, what is enough? What is enough in a day? What is enough in a week? What is enough in a year? Like, what am I working towards? Because there's a difference between like what I can accomplish and what I want and what I would like, and I have to have goals, but then I also have to keep things reasonable because of especially physical and mental roadblocks that I have. And then there's just the side that's like, well, you're trying and that's enough, and even just getting up and getting out of bed and that's enough. That's a step. And especially, like finding out that I have all these physical issues and mental issues and issues from my childhood that have never been diagnosed and never been dealt with. And it's like, oh, well, okay, apparently I'm working against this, and this, which I didn't know I was working against before, but I always have been. So now that I know, does it make it more or less, like, should I give myself more slack? Should I be like, well, I've been dealing with this my whole life, I should just suck it up? On a good day, everything's fine. On a good day, I can be happy with the small things, I'll still get stressed out, I'll think that I need to do more work and all that stuff, but on a good day, mentally and emotionally, I'm still okay. Still, I feel like I have like this quota of things that I need to accomplish things to have worth as a person, and I know that that's not true, but it's hard not to feel that way. Then on bad days, I just feel like garbage. I feel like I'm literally garbage, waste of skin and breath, that nothing I do matters, and there's no reason that I should try because I'm such a huge failure. Why do I even bother? And it's like, I want to be going somewhere. I want to be getting somewhere. I want to have milestones. I want to have growth. I want to have achievements. I want to feel like I'm doing something. I want to feel like I'm doing a good job and not worry about the fact that I'm completely in debt and living at the charity of others and have no future or any security. And it's like, It's a really scary place to be when you're just doing something for pleasure slash passion as a hobby. And I don't even know what people expect out of me anymore. I'm trying to finalize getting the podcast launched and everything like that. And then I'm doing weekly vlogs, and I'm trying to incorporate streams back into the schedule, as well as tweeting and trying to get more back onto the TeamSpeak. Launched frickin' Life in the Woods. That was a huge deal. Launched Life in the Woods, launched the Life in the Woods website, got the forums. I'm currently safe and relatively happy outside of my own psychological and hormonal issues. But I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing. And then I just feel like even more garbage because, compared to some people, I'm incredibly privileged and safe and happy, and I have so many opportunities, and I'm just sitting here crying because I feel completely inadequate and just paralyzed by anxiety and stress and fear and frustration and anger. I just feel so helpless. Even inside my own body, even knowing the things that I know. Knowing that, probably in an hour or two, or maybe just tomorrow, I'm probably not going to think or feel any of these things, at least for another few days or weeks or hours, but right now it just feels completely like everything feels inescapable. I feel like I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I'm alone, I'm scared, I'm just stuck. What is he doing?
Baby.
Look at him. So I'm feeling a lot better today, mentally and emotionally. Not so much physically. I'm in a lot of pain today. But, I guess it's not so bad. I've had worse. But it's definitely distracting. Definitely in pain. Just finally actually rendering the Guinness chips and the tea challenge things, because I never did that last week. And I don't entirely know what I'm going to do today. I was thinking of maybe doing something with the Raspberry Pi, or maybe working on the podcast logo, like actually for real, not just saying it, or I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I hurt. Seems like the starlings fledged today. We got lots of little, well, not lots of little, there was at least 2 juvenile starlings flying around today. They seemed a little bit more competent than the juvenile sparrows. They seemed like they were not really feeding themselves, but they were a lot more active, a lot more, they were stronger, I think. But, so we had like 10 or something frickin' starlings and 10 or something frickin' sparrows in the yard all this morning. It was just like babies and mamas everywhere, and I think we even might have seen a female robin that looked like it seemed like it was acting like a female robin that had just kind of got off the nest for once and was given a good stretch, puffing up and cleaning up and just having a nice break. So I don't know, maybe we'll see some baby robins soon too. I don't know, but it's really, really cute to see all the little juvenile birds and how they're kind of getting stronger every day, and like with the sparrows, there's 3 juvenile sparrows, and 2 of them are a lot stronger than the other one, and one of them is really adorable but also hopeless and helpless a lot of the time, so I worry about that one a little bit, but they do seem to be getting a little bit better. The 2 of them at least seem to be feeding themselves almost, kind of, sometimes, but they still like to be fed. But when they're actually like sitting in the food in the bird feeder, they'll actually peck at it and like pick up food instead of just waiting for it to be shoved in their mouths. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it's just really nice. Nice to watch all the birds. Yes. She's looking for bugs. You see her? She's hopping down the fence and then looking down.
It's a baby whitetail. I've never seen a baby whitetail. Wait. It's so much bigger than the bird. Oh, gosh.
The wagging slows down. So cute. Spent most of the rest of the day bird watching baby birds, and I did the freaking logo for the freaking podcast. Took hours and hours and hours and hours. Gave myself a headache doing it, but I did it and I'm proud of it and it's done. So now it's time to get ready to go to bed and get ready for the next week.